श्रीहरिं परमानन्दम् उपदेष्टारमीश्वरं व्यापकं सर्वलोकानां कारणं तन्नमाम्यहम्. 45. उपादानं प्रपञ्चस्य ब्रह्मणोऽन्यन्न विद्यते तस्मात् सर्वप्रपञ्चोऽयं ब्रह्मैवास्ति न चेतरत्. Everything is Brahman. Sarvam khalvidam Brahma. How can you say everything is Brahman? Because everything is manifold. Everything includes many objects. Then how can you say everything is Brahman? It is like saying every ornament in a jewelry is only one, though there are many ornaments: bangle, chain, necklace, ring, nose ring, ear ring, toe ring, bracelet, armlet. So many types of ornaments. I know only a few names. You may have more names also. Chudamani. Chudamani is another type of ornament. Chamikara is another ornament. So, there are so many ornaments. A mother takes its child, 2-year-old, 3-year-old child, to a jewelry shop. And the mother tells the child, we will see gold. I will show you gold. Let us go to a shop. So the child is curious. I am going to see gold today. Then they enter the shop. And in the shop, there are many types of ornaments. The child asks, what is this? The owner, the shopkeeper says, this is a bangle. Another ornament, child is asking, what is this? The shopkeeper says, this is a necklace. Another ornament, what is this? This is Chamikara. This is Chudamani. This is bracelet. I know some names in Sanskrit, some names in English. That is all my knowledge about the ornaments. So, various ornaments. So, the child is seeing bangle, the child is seeing chain, the child is seeing ring. bracelet. After seeing all the ornaments, the child is asking the mother, "You told me that you will show gold, but you have not shown me gold. Where is gold? I have come here to see gold, not bangle, not chain. Where is gold?" Now the mother is trying to make the child understand. Everything is gold. Sarvam khalvidam gold. But the child is not understanding. Where is gold? Because the child's drishti, the child's understanding, the child's orientation is to find everything in the form of a limited form, limited object. The child is not able to recognize the substance underlying all the objects. The child has a nama-rupa drishti, not vastu drishti. In terms of gold. That is why the child is still searching for gold, despite seeing the bangle, despite seeing the chain. Her orientation is to find everything in the form, in a given form and a given name. She has not learned to recognize the substance. That is why, despite touching every ornament, despite seeing and examining every ornament, she is still searching for gold, because she is expecting to find another thing called gold in addition to bangle, chain, and so on. In fact, that is our plight. We try to recognize Brahman apart from the objects in the universe. Whereas Brahman is the essence of everything. Sarvasya prapanchasya upadanam brahma. Upadanam means the material, the substance of the entire world, entire universe is Brahman. Brahmanaha anyat na vidyate. There is no other substance than Brahman. Therefore, sarva prapanchoyam brahmaiva asti. This whole universe is nothing but Brahman. Na itarat, not anything other than Brahman. व्याप्य व्यापकता मिथ्या. There is a line after vyapya. The dirgha line is not needed. Vyapya vyapakata. Vyapya vyapakata mithya. सर्वमात्मेति शासनात् इति ज्ञाते परे तत्त्वे भेदस्यावसरः कुतः व्याप्य व्यापकता. Vyapya and Vyapaka. Vyapya means pervaded. Vyapaka means pervader. One who pervades is called Vyapaka. Pervaded is called Vyapya. There is something called Vyapya Vyapaka relation. Vyapya Vyapaka bhava. Pervaded pervader relation. You can find it between many things. For example, fire and smoke. Among fire and smoke, what is Vyapya and what is Vyapaka? Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Yatra yatra dhumaha, tatra tatra vanhi. Where there is dhuma, there is vanhi. Here, dhuma is Vyapya. Vanhi is Vyapaka. Smoke is Vyapya. Fire is Vyapaka. Fire pervades smoke. Fire pervades smoke means wherever there is smoke, there will be fire. But the contrary is not true. Yatra yatra vanhi tatra tatra dhumaha. It is not true. Fire can exist without smoke. Nowadays you find fire without smoke. Gas, no smoke. So fire can exist without smoke, but smoke cannot exist without fire. Therefore, the fire pervades smoke. Fire is Vyapaka and smoke is Vyapya. Likewise, any material cause pervades its effect. Gold pervades ornaments. Gold is Vyapaka. Ornaments are Vyapya. Gold pervades bangle. Where there is bangle, there is gold. But where there is gold, there need not be bangle. The otherwise is not true. Therefore, gold is Vyapaka. It is pervader. So, Vyapya Vyapaka relation exists between two things. Likewise, in Vedanta, we talk about the Vyapya Vyapaka sambandha between Brahman and Jagat. Sarvavyapi avinashito tadvidhi yena sarvamidam tatam. Brahman pervades everything. If Brahman pervades everything, when we say Brahman pervades everything, one may get a doubt. That means there should be two things. pervaded and pervader. If one pervades another, there has to be two, pervaded and pervader. Then how can you say there is only Brahman? Then the author says, the very statement Brahman pervades everything is made in order to convey that there is no substance other than Brahman. Gold pervades the ornament. When we say this, what should we understand? There is no substance called ornament. The substance is only gold. Likewise, when the Shastra makes the statement, Brahman pervades everything, we should understand that Brahman is the only substance. There is no substance called universe. If there is no substance called universe, then the pervading of the Brahman, pervading of the universe also is not real. When the universe is mithya, Brahman pervading the universe, the Vyapya Vyapaka Sambandha also becomes mithya. Therefore, the author says, even the Vyapya Vyapakatha, Vyapya Vyapaka Sambandha is also mithya. In fact, the Vyapya Vyapakata is told in order to arrive at the mithyatva of the universe. By stating Vyapya Vyapakata, the Shruti establishes the mithyatva of the universe. And once the mithyatva of the universe is established, even the Vyapya Vyapakata falls down, becomes mithya. I hope it is understood. It requires some thinking, that's all. Vyapya Vyapakata mithya. Even the Vyapya Vyapakata is mithya. Why? Sarvam Atmeti Shasanat. Because the Shruti says everything is Atma. Sarvam Atma iti Shruti Shasanat. Because of the Shruti Vakya, everything is Atma. When everything is Atma, what will it pervade? There is nothing other than Atma that needs to be pervaded. Therefore, even Vyapya Vyapakata, there is no Vyapya. There is no Vyapya independent of Atma. Therefore, Vyapya Vyapakata mithya. Iti jnate pare tattve. When the paratattva, the ultimate reality, is understood, jnate, when it is understood, bhedasyavasarah kutaha, there is no room for bheda, there is no room for difference. There is no room for duality. Shrutya nivaritan nunam nanatvam swamukhena hi katham bhaso bhavedanyah sthite chadvaya karani. The Shruti, by its own words, by direct words, the Shruti negates Dvaita. Neha nanasti kinchana iha nana na asti. There is no duality. Even a little bit of duality does not exist. Shrutya swamukhena hi. Shruti swamukhena, by its own mouth, means through direct words. Nanatvam nivaritam. Nanatva, manifoldness, duality is negated. Neha nanasti kinchana iti vakyena. Therefore, how can there be another Atma? Advaya karane sthite. When the reason for Advaya, when the reason for non-duality is very clear, katham anyaha bhasaha bhavet. How can there be another consciousness? Bhasaha means consciousness. How can there be another consciousness? So we think of difference of self. My Atma is different, your Atma is different. There are some philosophers. According to them, Atmas are many. Nanatmavada. Nanatmavada means there are many Atmas. Every individual is one Atma. This is according to some philosophers. But the Vedanta rules out manifoldness of Atma. Atma is one without a second. Then how do you account for the apparent differences? I am different from you. My experiences are different from your experiences. My thoughts are different from your thoughts. My life is different from your life. Then how can you say there is only one Atma? The manifoldness is not on account of difference in Atma. The Atma is one and the same. What constitutes the difference? It is called Upadhi. There is Upadhi Bheda. There is difference in Upadhi. What is upadhi? Upadhi is an external factor which causes an apparent difference. For example, the space is one. There is only one space. No difference in space. But the same space is enclosed by a pot. Then it becomes pot space. On account of the pot, the space seems to be limited. The space seems to be differentiated from the other space. Therefore, the pot is upadhi. In fact, the pot is not affecting the space. It is not causing any real change in the space. It is not causing any real limitation in the space. But on account of His presence, it causes an apparent division in space. Therefore, it is upadhi. Ghata, pot is an upadhi for akasha, space. Likewise, this room space. Room is another upadhi. It seems to give a form to the space, a size to the space. Room is another upadhi. Room space, pot space and room space. Two spaces seem to be different, though essentially they are not different. One and same space. Likewise, our body, our mind, senses, all these function as upadhi. They do not affect the Atma. They do not cause any real difference in the Atma. But on account of their presence, the Atma seems to be limited. The Atma seems to have certain properties. Therefore, the body, mind, senses, all of them are called upadhi. They project their limitations, their differences, their attributes on the Atma. Therefore, they are called upadhi. Upasamipe sthitva swagunan adadhati iti upadhi. Upadhi is the one which stands nearby and projects his qualities. A beautiful example is a hibiscus flower. It is called Japakusuma. Japakusuma means hibiscus flower, a red hibiscus flower. And then there is a crystal, a clear crystal. You have kept the clear crystal near the hibiscus flower. What happens? The hibiscus flower projects its color on the crystal, and then the crystal appears red. Does the hibiscus flower really changing the nature of the crystal? In fact, it is not even touching the crystal. The crystal is as clear as before. But because of the presence of the hibiscus flower, the crystal appears red without really becoming red. It is upadhi. The hibiscus flower is upadhi because it is an external agent which projects its attributes on the crystal. Likewise, the body and mind, it is our upadhi. And because of these upadhis, because of many upadhis, the Atma seems to be many. One Atma seems to be divided into many. That is how Vedanta accounts for differences in the Atma. दोषोऽपि विहितः श्रुत्या मृत्योर्मृत्युं स गच्छति. It should be mrityor mrityum. Mrityo, the ra in between is not needed. Instead, o, mrityo, mrityor mrityum. Doshopi vihita shrutya mrityor mrityum sa gacchati. Iha pashyati nanatvam mayaya vanchito naraha. Since the duality is caused by the upadhis, and the upadhis are not real, upadhis are mithya, as we have seen earlier. Therefore, there is no duality. There is no differences in the Atma. If one understands this properly, it is called Brahmajnana, Atmajnana, and it is the way to moksha. Whereas, without getting this understanding, if one chooses to remain ignorant, let me remain ignorant of the non-dual. because I like duality. I like this world. Therefore, I would like to see the duality as real. What is the problem? The Shruti, Kathopanishad says, Mrityos samrityumapnoti ya iha naneva pashyati. Nana iva. The Upanishad says, Nana iva. The duality, Nana means duality. Many. It is iva, it is as though. Iva means as though. Means it is not real. But pashyati, the Ajnani sees it as real. Ajnani attributes reality to the as though duality. Then what is the problem? Mrityos samrityum gacchati. He goes from death to death. Death to death means birth to birth. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. The samsara, the cycle of samsara continues as long as one chooses to remain ignorant of the non-dual. Saha mrityoha mrityum gacchati. He goes from death to death. Means he is caught up in the cycle of birth and death. Iti Shrutya doshaha api vihitaha. The Shruti has revealed the dosha, the problem in remaining ignorant. It is up to an individual whether he chooses to remain individual or wants to get jnana. It is up to an individual. Nobody can dictate terms. You should get knowledge. It is not possible. An individual has to choose it. Yamevaisha vrunute tena labhyaha. One who chooses gets it. Choose it and work for it properly, then you get it. Iha pashyati nanatvam mayaya vanchito naraha. Mayaya vanchitaha naraha. An individual deceived by maya. Maya means ignorance, ajnana here. Ajnanena vanchitaha naraha. We human beings are deceived by ignorance. That is why we think the duality is real. Iha nanatvam pashyati. We see the duality as real. As long as the Maya keeps deceiving us. And as long as we allow the Maya to deceive us. Brahmana sarva bhutani जायन्ते परमात्मनः तस्मादेतानि ब्रह्मैव भवन्तीत्यवधारयेत्. ब्रह्मणः परमात्मनः. Brahman is also called Paramatma. Brahman is Paramatma. Paramascha asau Atma cha Paramatma. He is Parama, means the Supreme. And he is Atma, the Self. Therefore, Paramatma. Now one may think, if Brahman is Paramatma, then there must be a smaller Atma. There is no smaller Atma and bigger Atma. There is only one Atma. It is Paramatma. Atma is Paramatma. The adjective Parama is used just to convey that the Atma is supreme. Atma transcends samsara. To convey this, Parama is used. Brahmanah Paramatmanah Sarvabhutani Jayante. Everything is born from Brahman. In the Vedanta, there are statements about Srishti. Srishti means creation. Brahman is the source of everything. This has been stated in almost every Upanishad. Why it is told? It is told so that one can understand that there is nothing other than Brahman. The purport of Srishti, as mentioned in Vedanta, is not to understand the Srishti itself. Instead, it is to understand that Brahman alone is everything. Tasmadetani brahmaiva brahmanah paramatmanah sarvabhutani jayante. Everything is born from Brahman. Therefore, nothing exists independent of Brahman. Therefore, everything is Brahman. Tasmadetani brahmaiva bhavanti. Therefore, everything is Brahman alone. Iti avadharayet. One should ascertain, one should understand it for sure. One should ascertain it. Brahmaiva sarvanamani rupani vividhani cha karmāṇyapi samagrāṇi बिभर्तीति श्रुतिर्जगौ This is a reference to a discussion in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Trayam va idam nama rupam karma. This whole universe can be understood in one way. Nama, Rupa and Karma. Everything can be included in these three. Nama, name, words. Rupa, form. In Vedanta, form does not mean just a rectangle, circle. That is not the form. Whatever is meant by a given word is form. You can call it meaning. Word and meaning. Nama and Rupa. For example, clock. The word clock and the form clock. What is form? Whatever makes this object deserve the word clock is its form. Not just this rectangle shape. It has certain components. It has certain structure. Everything is included in the form. Meaning. So, word and meaning. Nama and Rupa. So, corresponding to the meaning, there are words. And then karma. In fact, Nama and Rupa, two are enough. But Brihadaranyaka Upanishad adds one more. Karma. Karma means action. Karma is included in order to show that it has a functionality. It is not just an appearance like Rajju Sarpa, like rope snake. It has a functionality. It serves some purpose in the empirical realm. So it serves some purpose. It is its karma. It shows me the time. It has a utility from the Vyavaharika point of view. That is why it is not illusion. We have to understand things properly. Vedanta doesn't say the universe is illusion. Illusion is an optical phenomenon. From the empirical point of view, it has a functionality. But from the absolute point of view, it is not real. It has a lesser reality. That is the understanding, that is the idea of mithyatva. So, Nama, Rupa and Karma. Everything is Nama, Rupam, Karma. The whole universe. Nama, Rupa, Karma. None of these have existence of their own. They do not have intrinsic existence. Then what makes them appear to be existing? Brahman. That is why Brahman is their support. The author says, Brahmaiva, Brahman alone, Sarvanamani, all names, all words, Vividhani cha Rupani, all the Rupas, various Rupas, various forms, meanings. Karmani api samagrani, and all the karmas. Bibharti, Brahman supports. Supporting does not mean Brahman is supporting like the table is supporting the clock. It is not like this. Table is supporting the clock. Likewise, Brahman is holding everything on its head. It is not so. Bibharti means it endorses with its existence, lends its existence. Backs with its existence. Therefore, only Brahman has intrinsic existence as its nature. Iti Shrutir Jagau. Shruti reveals this. The Upanishads reveal this. Suvarnajayamanasya Suvarnatvancha Shashvatam Brahmano Jayamanasya Brahmatvancha Tatha Bhavet. Again, the author is explaining it with another example. Gold and ornaments. The examples are a handful. But we have to see the examples from various dimensions. In a few examples, we have to understand many aspects of the truth. You can take one example and elaborate on it for hours together. So, gold and ornaments. All the ornaments are born of gold. Means they are made of gold. Means gold is a substance. So, Suvarna Jayamanasya, everything that is made of gold. Suvarnatvancha Shashvatam. What is Shashvata in them? What is permanent in them? Only the goldness. Gold alone is permanent. bangle, chain. What is bangle? You have given a form to the gold. When you have given a form to the gold, it gets a new name also. You call it bangle. There is a form and a name, a rupa and a nama. And it has a karma, a utility. You can wear it in a particular way. So, nama, rupa, karma. Every ornament is a nama, rupa, karma. But these nama, rupa, karma are incidental. They are given at a given point of time. And you can melt it at any point. When you choose to melt it, you melt the gold. What happened? The rupa is gone. Gold, the bangle form is gone. Then it loses its name also. You cannot call it bangle anymore. And it loses its karma also. You cannot wear it in your hand anymore. So, nama, rupa, karma are incidental. But the goldness remains as it is. The goldness transcends nama, rupa, karma. It survives nama, rupa, karma because it is the substance. Likewise, in the universe, the names, forms, everything disappear. But the Brahman is eternal. Brahmano jayamanasya brahmatvancha tatha bhavet. Everything that is born from Brahman, the universe, what is permanent in this? What is eternal in this? Only Brahman. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.